Today's review, we're going back to supermarkets, Morrison supermarkets, and a beer that I thought I'd reviewed, but I haven't. So let's review TRAM Double New England IPA from Salt. Keep watching to find out if it's any good. Welcome back to Rockers Beer Review. Today we go to supermarket Morrison's. Now, I went into Morrison's recently because I'm still trying to find that salt beer that's a new one in Morrison's, but it doesn't seem to be in my Morrison's. And I thought, I'm in there, I picked up a couple of other beers. And I picked up TRAM, and I thought, yeah, salt TRAM. I've drank that before, but I haven't had it for years. I'll pick that one up. Brought it back home, and I thought, I wonder what it was like. I'll go through my review and find it. And I never reviewed it for some reason. I did do a sort of unboxing of it, but I didn't actually review TRAM. So I thought it's about time I did. So let's review TRAM Double New England IPA. This is an 8% beer. I think $3.75 it was, so pretty cheap for a double IPA, even in the supermarkets. We don't really know the hops on it. It does say a mix of hops from the USA and New Zealand. So I expect the likes of Nelson Sauvin and then probably Citra Mosaic, something like that. So let's crack it open, get it in a glass and see what it's all about. Yeah, I mean, TRAM and ICAT, definitely reviewed ICAT. Two double IPAs in supermarkets from Salt. And yeah, I mean, at the time, I think they were both pretty good, especially people were saying for a supermarket double IPA, they're pretty good. But I can't remember this one that closely. So why not review it today? For those people that, go in supermarkets, think, oh, Morrison's, I'll pick something else up there. I did pick up something, a couple of new ones, a Siren one, and also a Heathen Northern Monk one, but it's got dark fruits in it, so I thought I'd give that a go as well. But I thought I'd crack this one open first. So, beer in a glass. Well, for a double IPA, it doesn't look as thick and hazy as I would liked. I've got a weird light in here. I don't know why the light is going reflecting off there so crazily. But for me, it's a yellow hazy beer, but it's not in that custard. It's very supermarkety in terms of its body, in terms of what it looks. We've got literally a finger of loose head. It's not going to stick around. Looks okay, but let's see what the aroma's like. Oh, it's very juicy. Yeah, it's juicy, but at the same time, it's not as distinct. When you think it's got New Zealand hops in it, you think, I know what that's going to smell like, but I'm not really getting it. I'm getting a slight weedy, grapefruity sort of aroma. Much more on the citrus side than the tropical. Yeah, it smells right. Slight orange, slight lemon, slight grapefruit. And that sort of weedy dankness in there as well. Right, let's taste it. Cheers, everyone. This reminds me of double IPAs you get in supermarkets. You're not getting the smoothness. You're not getting the hoppiness. You get the alcohol from this one more than you would even a good quality double IPA. As soon as you drink it, you think, yep, it's a double IPA. I know I'm drinking a strong beer here. Body is light, fairly thin. Flavour-wise, there's a weediness to it. There's that dank weediness, slightly resinous sort of quality, which is a bit strange for a New England IPA, even a double one. Flavour-wise, really difficult to pick it out. You're getting slight hints of grapefruit and lemons and stuff like that. Very sort of nondescript citrusy flavours. It's not the sort of beer that you could easily say, yeah, that's got Nelson Sauvin in it, or that's got Rawaka in it, or Muteka, or anything like that. I'm not really picking up distinctive flavours of the hops. If I'm honest about it, it's pretty bang average for a double IPA. Yes, it's under £4, which is cheap for an 8% beer, but I'd rather pay £2 or £3 more and get a decent beer. This is it's almost like it's a sort of supermarket IPA, but there's just been left on the boil a little bit or whatever. You know, it's just been saturated to that point where there's more alcohol in it, basically. And that's what you're getting. You're not getting the hoppiness come through. You're not getting a smoother, velvety, medium body. It's very light. It's very thin. Carbonation is quite soft, which you want. But at the same time, if you're drinking a double IPA, you want that flavour to sort of coat the mouth. And it doesn't. It just washes itself away very quickly. There's no sort of back end of this beer. You just, as soon as you taste it, you're getting a slight weedy, almost alcoholic flavour. Then you're left with sort of a slight resin, grapefruit, lemon, a bit of bitterness there, a bit of pine even. And you're going, right, okay, bring on the flavour. Where's the real flavour coming? And it never does come, it just washes itself away. It's an easy drinker, but again, you know, if I'm going to drink something that's going to taste like this, I might as well drink a pale ale, you know, which will be an easier to, you know, less harsh on the front end. This is just a double IPA, which if you've never drank a double IPA and you see this in a supermarket, oh, an 8% beer, that would be interesting. Oh, that's going to be strong. And you drink it and you go, oh yeah, it's a bit strong. I'm not sure I quite like it. I don't think double IPAs are not for me. And that's a mistake, you know. And I think it's probably why it took me so long to get into double IPAs, because I'd had a few from supermarkets thinking, oh, well, I'm paying less amount, so if I don't like it, it'll be all right. But making my decision based on the supermarket double IPAs, I think the only double IPA that I can really think of that jumps out at me in the supermarkets is the one by Vocation, Ashoka, I think it's called. It's a New Zealand hopped beer. I think it's Asda, actually. It's either Asda or Tesco. That is a good double IPA in a supermarket. I don't think I can think of off the top of my head anything better. I mean, there's a lot of people talking about Buxton's Kingslayer, but even when I had that, I thought it was a bit harsh as well. It wasn't smooth. It wasn't like the double IPAs I've been having recently from Track or Verdant or Asvex or Rivington or any of those sort of quality breweries where I'm paying £6.50 odd for it. But at the same time, it's nothing like that. Them two Gravity Well ones that were £6, they were really, really good compared to this, night and day, really. This is a double IPA by supermarkets, really, and it's the characteristics of it. It's too light and thin. There's this weediness about it. There's this dank. I wouldn't even say dank. It's just a sort of a weedy, resinous sort of start and finish, really. And you want more from your beer. So, yeah, average. Let's get some scores. Okay, the scores are in for TRAM. This is a double New England IPA from Salt, 8%. We don't know what hops. We know New Zealand American hops. That's all we really know. So let's go through the scores, starting with aroma. Appearance. Flavour, value for money. As I said, I think it's $3.75, and they also do 4 for free, so you can get it even cheaper if you were stupid enough to buy 4 of them. But I bought 4 beers, so that brings the price down. Pretty good value, really, even for an average double IPA. And finally, my overall experience. We took the scores up, and yeah, it is recommended. Only just 72 total score out of 100. So. It's okay. It's nothing horrible. It's not a sink pour. It's just that if you drink double IPAs and enjoy double IPAs, and you've had them from any of those breweries, Beak or the other one, I don't think I mentioned Beak, and then you have this. It's a very night and day. It's a very supermarkety beer, whether it be an IPA, a pale or a double, but it's still supermarkety in terms of the hoppiness is not there. You're not really pulling out the real flavours of those hops. It's very nondescript, sort of citrusy, or you get something that's nondescript, sort of tropical, but you can't really pick out individual flavours from them. It's a bit thin. It's too light for a double IPA, but it's drinkable. So 72, probably reasonable. But if you want to spend a bit more money, save it. You know, and I am getting to the point now where I go to the supermarket and think, yeah, I want to drink supermarket beers. I mean, you know, maybe they are better. Maybe I'll pick them and I'll find a good one. But yeah, I'm really struggling at the moment. I'm almost thinking that 2025 could be the year that I just stop buying supermarket beers. I can't think off the top of my head, with the only exception that I've got, and I've got a couple in the fridge I've bought regularly, and that's the Home Bargains Love Lane New England IPA. It's good for the fact that you pay £1.50 for it. In fact, I think it's incredible for £1.50. But it's still, and it's elevated over a lot of supermarket beers where you're paying twice as much. But I still would rather drink less beer and drink good beer. You know, if that's the case. I mean, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Would you rather drink an average beer where you're paying half the price, or would you rather drink less and drink good stuff? I think the thing is with craft beer, it's more than just drinking a couple of beers. You know, it's about the experience that you get. It's about trying new flavors, trying breweries, the story behind it, all that sort of stuff. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's because I'm a YouTuber. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Supermarket beers in 2025. Are we going to see a step up? I still think that the beers have either gone downhill or my tastes have become a little bit more snobbish, and I realise that I don't want to be drinking supermarket beers anymore. But let me know in the comments if there's a supermarket beer that you still drink regularly. And until the next one, please give it a thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and until the next one, two more things: drink good craft beer and keep on rocking.